Hello guys, a very warm welcome to all of you to this very wonderful platform of GradeUp, one of the India's largest e-learning platform. So guys, this session is on thermodynamics and this is our gate free crash course. So 120-day full-fledged plan for you to help you out to crack the gate 2022. So you have just finished off with the strength of material course and today we'll be starting with the practice session on thermodynamics. And in today's session, we'll be talking on some of the very beautiful questions on basic concepts and zeroth law of thermodynamics. Okay, so let us start with the session. So guys, you are seeing this as part of a recorded session. Okay, so just a brief about what do we have to offer you as part of our GradeUp Super subscription. So whether you are preparing for GATE, engineering services, or that of any other PSU exam, your target is 2022 or 2023. Enrollment for both these batches are open. We have just started off with a batch which is very specifically targeting GATE 2022. You want to study in Hindi? There's a batch. You want to study in English? There is also a batch. So in both these languages, batches are offered. In these batches, we'll be covering a lot of live hours with you. We will be discussing the concepts as well as doing some very awesome questions. Not only in the class, but also in form of quizzes. You'll be getting a lot of questions to practice because ultimately it is these questions and the ability to solve these questions that matters in the exam. Along with that, you'll get very high quality notes and access to some of the very awesome mock test. For this, you have to have a GradeUp Super subscription. Further details you can contact at this number. Now talking about this particular session, so this is part of your 120 days free crash course for GATE, which is our champion study plan. Okay, so I hope you all have attended today's morning 11 a.m. lecture. So every day we'll be taking on one topic. So as of now, we have started with thermodynamics. So every day we'll be taking up a topic of thermodynamics and discussing it. So at 11 a.m. in the morning on our GradeUp app, we discuss the theory. So today also in the morning, we have discussed some very basic topics of basic concepts and zeroth law of thermodynamics. So what topics are important? What are the formula that you need to be aware of? What are some very important assumptions which are there? Okay, if that assumptions are not valid, then how do we solve the problem? So all these theoretical concepts, discussion of these theoretical concepts we do in the morning class, and after you revise, now we are here back with the practice session. Okay, not only this, you'll also get chapter wise study notes. We have discussed yesterday what are the important topics. We have discussed the subject wise weightage analysis of the whole of thermal engineering, but also we have done topic wise analysis for the basic thermodynamics, and we got to understand that each topic are very important. You cannot be choosy with thermodynamics because weightage is also high. Also, the questions are sometimes straightforward, sometimes tricky, but it is for you to take the whole marks out of thermodynamics. Okay, so that is what we are striving for in this particular session. And also, yesterday we discussed that some of the books that you can always refer. So this is what our plan to offer you. And I said, just like yesterday, we discussed about the weightage analysis and important topics. So today we'll be discussing the first topic on thermodynamics, or the first chapter that you can say. It is the basic concepts and the zeroth law of thermodynamics. So this is the whole schedule of covering the thermodynamics. If you want to take a screenshot, please do take it and be very regular. So save the dates, guys. These dates are very important. So 11 a.m. we discuss concepts. 9 p.m. we discuss the practice. So these are the platforms on which these sessions will be conducted. If you have missed out, or this is the first time that you are seeing it, please take a note of it. Don't miss it out. Okay. So let us begin with the question. Okay. So today we'll be talking on basic concepts. So direct questions from basic concepts are very rare. You can always expect questions from Zew's law of thermodynamics. So in this particular session, majorly we'll be talking on one of the most important topic, and this topic can be used in first law, sometimes in questions which is a combination of first law and entropy also. That is work transfer. So that very important topic also will be taking up in today's session. So let us start our discussion with the first question. Okay, so this is question number 1. Let us go through it and try and understand. देखने में थोड़ा बड़ा लगेगा, don't be afraid of it. It is just that they have given you lot of data. So all you need to do is process this data and try to solve this question. Let us start. It says that consider an ideal gas. First case, it is an ideal gas in a frictionless piston cylinder arrangement. So as soon as I see that it is a piston cylinder arrangement, I conclude that it is a closed system. Piston cylinder arrangement gives me a conclusion that it is a closed system. Similarly, if it is frictionless, I can assume whatever process that may happen can be assumed to be a reversible. And what is the working substance? Ideal gas. The weightless piston is initially loaded with a large number of small weight. So suppose this is the piston cylinder arrangement, and this piston cylinder arrangement, the piston is considered to be massless, and on this piston there are large number of small weights, something like this. Okay, something like this. It's large number of small weights are there. Okay, how would you carry out a reversible isothermal expansion process? So this is what I need to carry it out. A reversible isothermal expansion process. Assume that a large number of very small weights and an arrangement of reversible heat transfer are available. What would you like to do? Would you add or remove weights, transfer heat? So transfer heat without adding or removing weight, just simply add or remove weight, or without adding or removing weights, transfer heat from the system. Now if you look from A to B, it is very important to observe क्या option है. This is to the system, from the system. So direction of heat transfer is very important. Third, adding weights on the piston, transferring heat to the system. So it is now more specific, and removing weights from the piston, transferring heat to the system. Now if you guys have attended morning lecture, the morning lecture at 11 a.m., we have discussed this very important physical significance of isothermal process. What is this? That isothermal process, if the temperature remains to be constant, then what are the important points that you can talk about? So isothermal expansion process is what we need to do. So expansion means the volume has to increase. So from this initial state, what is the volume? The final state of the system, the volume should increase. So definitely the piston has to move in this direction. If the piston has to move in this direction, the weights have to be removed. By adding weights, you will force the piston to move in this direction, and this would not be expansion, rather it would be compression. Okay, so this is expansion. It has to be removal of weight. Even by concluding just this much of small point, you are able to eliminate option C without adding. Because if the piston movement is not there, there's no change in volume, there's no expansion. If the piston remains to be in this position, it would always be a constant volume process. They have asked you isothermal expansion. Okay, when we move on to first law of thermodynamics, by an equation of first law of thermodynamics, you can answer it very precisely. But as of now, with this limited information, I can still answer option B. Okay, and in tomorrow's session, when we talk about heat transfer, work transfer, or conservation of energy, first law of thermodynamics, you can again refer to this question, and then in that case, you'll have a little more precise answer as to why, along with removal of weights, there should be heat transferred to the system. Okay, as of now, we don't know that equation. We have not covered that. I'm not discussing that. Okay. Sometimes question can be this easy. All you require is conceptual knowledge. Okay. अच्छा लगा हो? So please put a little thumbs up and do put in your comments. Yes. So this is question number 2. The expression integral PdV gives the measure of work during A. Non-flow reversible process, B. Closed system and quasi-static process, C. Open system any process, D. Any system any process. Now we know this, that work transfer during a process 1 to 2, integral PdV is a very specific case. It is valid when the process is reversible and undergoing in a closed system. The two big considerations are reversible and closed system. Which of the following matches it? Closed system is quasi-static reversible. We have discussed. All quasi-static processes are reversible process. Yes or no? Do all quasi-static are reversible process? The answer is no. Okay. But do all reversible processes are quasi-static? Yes. So I can consider this because all reversible are quasi-static. Also, we have discussed in the morning class that, or you might be knowing, not necessarily that you have attended morning class, closed system mass remains constant. Why? Because there is no mass transfer. There is no mass transfer. So hence the closed system are also referred to as control mass. When they are referred to as control mass, they are also referred to as non-flow system. My dear friend, this is nothing but a MSQ question. Okay, so both option A and B are correct. Both option A and B are correct. You might be thinking A, perfectly right. You might be thinking B, right. Okay, but A and B is the correct answer. This is an MSQ question. So you should always think about all the 4 options and try to eliminate them. Next, let us now move to solve one question. Go through the question and try to think about it, that how do we proceed to solve this question. It says that a non-flow quasi-static reversible process. So we have just discussed non-flow quasi-static reversible process. Work done is given as integral of PdV. Now in this case, the variation of pressure with respect to volume is given. Initial volume is 2, final volume is 6 meter cube. So V1 is 2 meter cube and V2 is 6 meter cube. How do we solve? Do we know which is the process? So if I don't know the process, I cannot apply the formula. So what is the way out? What is my thought process? This relationship. Okay. So whenever you don't know about the process, try the general equation. Maybe you get the answer. So this is integral of, the value of P is minus 3V plus of 16 dV. Integral from point 1 to 2. What is this integration? So if you do the integration, what do you get? Minus 3 V square by 2 plus of 16 V. 1 to 2. So if I put the values, what do I get? Minus 3 by 2. This is V2 square minus V1 square plus 16 of V2 minus of V1. Okay. Now if I put the values, this is minus 3 by 2. V2 is 6. So 6 square is 36 minus V1 is 2. So this is 4 plus of 16, 6 minus 2. So this becomes a 36 minus 4 is 32. Okay. So this is minus 3 by 2 into 32 plus of 16 into 4. Okay. So this is 16 minus 3 plus 4. So what the answer that you get is plus 16. But my dear friends, The calculation is easy. The relation is very easy. So answer is 16, sir. I'll put the value 16. Okay, done. Look, we have solved it. We have applied ourselves very clearly, very correctly. But last में आके we have done one mistake. And it is not a mistake. It is a blunder, my dear friends. Sir, इसका unit क्या है? What unit do I write? Is it joule? Is it kilojoule? Is it bar? Is it what? So if you look, the pressure unit is given as bar. So ideally, this whole value which I have kept for pressure is in bar. So please make sure that when you put the value of P, if you want the work done in kilopascal and you are using this kind of relationship, put the value of P in kilopascal, you get the answer in kilojoule. If you put the value of P in pascal, you get the value of work in joule. Sorry. So here bar is 10 to the power 5 factor. Okay, so this 10 to the power 5 factor will continue and you will get till this point. When you multiply as 10 to the power 5, the answer is joule. But what do you need in kilojoule? So answer is 1600 kilojoule. Okay, so great. Okay, so this is one form of work transfer, and we'll use lot of in the upcoming session, maybe in today's session also. So wait and watch. Next. So this is a very beautiful direct question from the basic concepts, okay, of thermodynamics, asked in GATE 2019, and you won't believe it is a 2-mark question. और वो कहते हैं ना कभी कभी like it was just a surprise out of the blue, suddenly they asked something which is not normal, and many students were stuck. Sir, is it this easy a question or am I missing some point? Okay, so इस dilemma में many students made a mistake. Many of them did it, but many of these students made a mistake also. Let us talk about it. So if 1 mole of hydrogen gas occupies a rigid container with a capacity of 1000 liters. So there is a rigid container whose capacity is 1000 liters. So this is rigid container, and inside this, say you have hydrogen gas. Okay, so this is H2. What is the volume of this container? The volume is 1000 liters. Now come on quickly, can you tell me 1000 liters is how many meter cube? Because I don't deal with liters, at least in thermodynamics. Okay, I need to convert it into standard units. 1000 liters is how much? 1 meter cube. So the volume of the tank is 1 meter cube. So volume of hydrogen is also 1 meter cube. The temperature is raised from 27 to 37 degrees Celsius. So temperature T1 is 27 degrees Celsius, which is 300 Kelvin, and temperature T2 is 37 degrees Celsius, which is 310 Kelvin. Okay, the change in pressure of the contained gas, round it off to 2 decimals, assuming ideal gas behavior. So what is the change in pressure? Change in pressure means I need to calculate P2 minus P1. This is what I need to calculate. And since it is given as an ideal gas, I know the first equation that strikes my mind is PV equal to MRT for an ideal gas. So if I want to calculate P2 minus P1, can I directly write this as MR T2 minus T1 upon of volume V? Since V1 is equal to V2, I can write it like this. Now the problem here is I know volume, I know T1, I know T2, but I don't know mass and the value of R. If in this case, ideal gas would be given, air as an ideal gas would have been given, then I can take the value of R as 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay, but this condition is not given. It is not mentioned air, they have specifically mentioned hydrogen. So ये गलत होगा, and this is the error that many of the students made, taking R as 0.287, because we have a habit. If nothing is given, we take R as 0.287, but there air is mentioned, but here specifically hydrogen is mentioned. You cannot take the value of R as this. Then what do I do, sir? So we go to the very basic of this. 1 mole is given. 1 mole is given. So the relation that I can use is, if you know it very well, if you don't know, understand. Mass is given as the number of moles is given as the mass into the molecular mass. Okay, number of moles is given as mass into upon of molecular mass. So from here, what do we get? M is equal to number of moles into molecular mass. So if you want to calculate M into R, you write this as N into M into R, and this is nothing but universal gas constant. This universal gas constant or gas constant R is given as R bar upon of molecular mass. So these two fundamental points are being checked in this particular case, or many of you might be knowing that this relationship is directly valid. So just a derivation, अगर किसी को doubt था, this is N into R bar T2 minus T1 upon of 4. Here this value of R is given as 8.314. Okay, 8.314. और यहाँ पे पता है एक lucky escape भी हुआ है, and I'll tell you what. Okay, it was just by fluke. If somebody thought of something and it was very lucky enough कि वो direct सही निकल गया, and I'll tell you what. The number of moles is 1. This is 8.314 into temperature difference is 10 upon of volume 1. This is nothing but 83.14 Pascal, and that is your answer. Okay, that is the answer. Now many students, what they did in the exam was, sir, mass I don't know, but 1 mole is given. You took mass as 1, and here this R value was given. You took this R as 8.314. Actually the number of moles was 1. Some took as mass as 1. R should be R bar, but R value is given. So by luck, somebody used this value, he or she got the correct answer. But we never know, my dear friends, that this concept next time can be used in a much more appropriate form. Tab no luck by chance. Okay? I hope you have got the concept. Chalo. Next is a numerical type question. Let us discuss this. It says that a monoatomic gas undergoes an adiabatic process in which the pressure is increased by 1%, then the volume decreases by. Okay, so one thing first, chalo, in this question it is mentioned, that the volume decreases. But say for example, they can ask you in an MSQ type question also, then the change in volume increases by say some percentage, increases by say another percentage, then they can give you decreases by another a percentage and decreases by some other percent. Okay, MCQ type question, they can give you like this. Okay, the first thing that you see, it is an adiabatic process, monoatomic gas. If the pressure is increasing, you know what is the slope of it. You know, in an adiabatic process, if pressure decreases, volume increases, or volume increases, pressure decreases. So both of them goes vice versa. So in this case, if pressure is increasing, volume is bound to decrease. So as soon as you see that volume increase wala option, eliminate kar diya. Okay? So these are small points that you have to always remember. You never know कि कब help पे आ जाए. Let us solve this question. Adiabatic process, PV to the power gamma is equal to constant. Okay, so if I take log on both sides, this becomes natural log of P plus of gamma, natural log of V is equal to natural log of constant. And differentiate, what do I get? dP by P plus gamma into dV by V is equal to 0. Or from here, what do I get? That dP by P is equal to minus gamma into dV by V. Now this figure which is given, this data, increases by 1%. Percentage or increase means what is the increase value upon of original value if you calculate what is the change upon of original into 100, you get the percentage. So indirectly, that this increase upon of original is nothing but change upon of this. So dp by p is given as 1%. So from here, if you want to calculate dv by v in percentage, what do? So dp by p upon of gamma with a negative sign. So this negative sign indicates that volume is decreasing. To put the value 1 upon of. Now what is the value of gamma? It is given as monoatomic gases. So I hope you remember that for monoatomic gases, the value of gamma is 1.667. For diatomic gases, the value of gamma is 1.4. And for polyatomic gases, the value of gamma is considered to be 1.3. If nothing is given, you take these values. If they have given you some data to calculate or direct value, you observe that. Okay. So this is 1 divided by 1.667. So this is minus 0.6%. This is your answer. So since they have already mentioned decreases by, so in your GATE exam, in the value that you will type in is 0.6. Okay, understood? So very basic question. What have we learned here? We learned the equation of adiabatic. We have also discussed that in an adiabatic, slope is negative. Okay, which means if one value decreases, the another value. If one value increases, the another value decreases. Okay, sure. Next, to a very beautiful question, and this question or this type is very much expected. So you go through the question and see what are they asking. The correct expression representing Z to be a thermodynamic property. Sir, I don't know. How many of you think that? Hello, you are seeing this question for the first time. Okay, चलो recording है तो मेरे को तो पता नहीं चलेगा, but मेरे को do let me know in the comments. Okay, after say if you are someone who is seeing this question for the first time and after solving, please leave a comment. Okay, I'll check how did you like this question. Now, while doing the basic part of it, the theory part of it, we have laid huge emphasis. मैंने आपको बार-बार बताया है, and I've told you that this is very important, that if I say that it is a property, property means these are point functions. Yes or no? All thermodynamic properties are point functions. And when they are point functions, they are what? Exact differential. Remember, I told you, these are exact differential. Now here, we will use a concept that we understand in mathematics to find out whether this Z is an exact differential or not. Okay. So, any equation which is represented as m dx plus of n dy. Okay, if it is represented like this, for Z to be an exact differential, for this to be an exact differential or dz to be an exact differential, the condition is del m upon of del y at constant x should be equal to del n upon of del x at constant y. So if this condition is valid, then you say Z or dz is an exact differential. Hence, in thermodynamics, we can comment that it is a property of the system. Now, if you look here, by looking at, I don't see it is in the form of mdx plus ndy. मेरे को नहीं दिख रहा है. Okay, so obviously I'll have to calculate this, satisfy this for all the four. Try to satisfy, whichever satisfies would give me the answer. So obviously I'll have to pick and choose if I am smart enough, and I know you all guys are smart enough. आप लोग के साथ रहते हैं तो हम भी स्मार्ट होते जा रहे हैं यार, ठीक है. So I see that this is not in the required form. So I leave A and B. Let me start with C. Okay. So if I start with C, C is given as PdV plus of VdP. So if I compare this as mdx plus of ndy, so on comparison, what do I get? M is P, okay, X is V. Similarly, N is V and Y is P. So on comparison, I get this. Let me write and check. What do I have to prove? I have to check whether del M by del Y at constant X is equal to this or not. So if I try to calculate this, M is P. What is Y? Y is P. So del P by P at constant volume. What value do you get? 1. Okay. Chalo, this was left hand side. Let us solve right hand side. Del N by del X at constant Y. Sorry. Yeah, at constant Y. So N is V, writing V. X is V, writing V here. At constant Y, Y is P. This is also 1. So is it not that LH is equal to right and RHS? Yes. So option C is the correct answer. Okay. You will be saying, sir, you knew the answer, that is why you solved it. Chalo. Let us talk about the another one. Let us take option number D. Okay. So this is given as PdV minus of VdP. So this is compare mdx plus ndy. So this is what you need to compare. So on comparison, what do you get? M is P, X is V. On the other side, N is minus of V. Okay, so this is minus V. Na? When you compare, this is minus V. And Y is P. Cool. Let us check. Del M by del Y at constant X. Replace M as P, replace Y as P, and X as V. So this value is 1. Okay, fine, good enough, sir. Del N by del X at constant Y. This is del of, now N is minus of V upon of del X is V, Y is P. This is minus 1. So is left hand side equal to right hand side? No. Okay, you try it out for A and B, you'll get the answer. Okay, so please try it out and check whether you get the answer or not. Option C is the correct answer. Okay, so this was a very simple question. Next time they can give you a little difficult relation. Okay, but the thought process to solve such kind of a question is this only. So please remember this. Very much expected. Now, come to a very standard question for GATE exam. Very standard question. Helium in a piston cylinder assembly. Piston cylinder assembly, closed system. What is the working substance? Helium. At 20 degree and 100 kilopascal is brought to 400 Kelvin in a reversible polytropic process with exponent 1.25. Okay. The initial temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, which is 293 Kelvin. Okay. And pressure P1 is 100 kilopascal. The temperature is brought, T2 is brought to 400 Kelvin. Pressure I don't know. Fine. It is a polytropic process. PV to the power n is equal to constant, where the value of n is 1.25. Assume helium to be an ideal gas having a molecular mass of helium 4.003 kg per kilomole. What is the specific work in the process approximately? Now, I assume that you can solve this question. Would you like to solve it on your own or should I solve? I'll solve. Okay. You continue parallelly. If you think you can solve, let us see whether you get the correct answer or not. So, chalo. So, It is a polytropic process. Work is asked. They are asking specific work per kg. The mass is 1. Now for a polytropic process, I know it is P1 V1 minus P2 V2 by N minus 1. Okay, now there are two approaches. One, a student who has worked very hard, he know all the concepts, but sometimes lack problem solving ability. तो क्या करेगा? Sir, I know T1, I know T2, I know P1, I know N. Sir, I will calculate, sir, P2 by P1 is equal to what? Sir, T2 by T1. This would be N minus 1 by N. I can calculate P2. Okay, fine. So you get P2. What about V1, V2? What about V1, V2? Sir, if I know pressure P1, I know temperature T1, mass is 1 kg, I can always calculate V1 and V2 and then put here. They are asking per kg, so this would be specific volume. So a normal student who has studied very hard for this exam, knows all the concepts, this would be his thought process. Why? Because he lacks sometimes problem solving skills. Okay. Now, can I rewrite this equation as MR P1 minus T2? So P1 V1 is MRT1, P2 V2 is MRT2. Mass MR goes out constant. So this is N minus 1. Now I know you might be thinking that what are you saying, sir? Khuddu cheez. Everybody of us know. But believe me, not everybody of us knows. Okay? So be smart. You can always go with this process. It would be very, very lengthy. If you are smart enough, take this approach. The mass is taken to be 1 kg. So I will not write mass. But what is the value of R in this case? So देखो, smartness always leads to some point. When you are here, might not be you need to calculate R. I don't know. But you will be requiring to calculate R. So R is molecular universal upon of molecular weight. So this is 8.314 upon of 4.00. So if you put the value here, 8.314 upon of 4.003 into T1 minus T2. 293 minus 400. Don't make this mistake. T2 minus T1. If you make this mistake, you get this answer as minus 88. कितना आ रहा है? 293 minus 400 into 8.314 divided by अच्छा 0.25. Okay, so you approximately get this value. Approximately. Okay, chal I'll write the exact value. हाँ 888.93 kilojoule per kg with a negative sign. If you make a mistake as T2 minus T1, gone. You will get 888 and you'll be like very happy, I'm very smart, kar liya. But correct option is option B. Okay, understood? Now, very, very beautiful question. थोड़ा बड़ा question है, थोड़ा patience रखना पड़ेगा, but this is a type of question that you always expect in a GATE exam, especially with the concepts of work transfer. Last time also, not exactly 2021, but 2020 में भी एक बहुत beautiful question आया था on another approach like this. There they had used spring. Last time it did not came a question on this principle. This year you never know. We are back with these kind of questions. Okay, so two parts are asked. We'll try and calculate both these parts. Okay. So the question says a piston cylinder arrangement as shown in the figure initially contains air at 150 kilopascal and 400 degrees Celsius. Sir, where is the figure? Yes, I don't see a figure. Let me do a magic. Figure. Okay. So, air is inside in this piston cylinder arrangement. The initial pressure P1 is 150 kilopascal and the initial temperature is 400 degrees Celsius. So I am writing directly as Kelvin. The arrangement is allowed to cool to the ambient temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Okay. The characteristic, so final temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. I'll just highlight it. Okay. The characteristic gas constant R value is given. The cylinder walls has tops of negligible thickness that can prevent the piston movement below this. So the piston can come down till this point, but it cannot go beyond this. Okay. The stops are 1 mm apart. So this is 1 meter, this is 1 meter. Okay. From the base of the surface. At the initial state, piston is resting 1 meter above the stops. So from here, the stops are 1 meter. From here, it is 1 meter. Okay, this is the condition given. You need to find what is the final pressure in the cylinder and what is the specific work done by the air during the process. Okay, net work done during this whole process, you need to calculate. Okay. So, it is cooled down. So from 400 degrees Celsius to a final temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, it is getting cooled. When it is getting cooled, so initially the piston will come down, 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 down till this state. So can I refer this state as 1 and this state as 2? Beyond this, I don't know whether still heat is required to be discharged or rejected to achieve this final temperature or not. I don't know. But what I know is that beyond this, the piston cannot go. So, when nothing is given, okay, I can take 1 to 2 as a constant pressure process. Okay. It cannot be isothermal because temperature is decreasing. Okay, it cannot be adiabatic. Why? Because heat is getting transferred. It cannot be constant volume because piston is moving. So logically, I would take this has to be 1 to 2 constant pressure. Okay. So if the pressure remains constant, so P1 is equal to P2. Okay. If I take pressure process 1 to 2 as constant pressure process, and this is considered to be an ideal gas, can I write P1 V1 upon of T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon of T2. Since P1 is equal to P2, this cancels out, or I can write this as that T2 is equal to P1 into V2 upon of V1. Now I don't know what is the volume V2 V1. So this is a concept that was asked, small concept that was used in the previous year, as I said, 2020 May. Volume. How do you analyze the volume, or specifically when you want to calculate change in volume? Here we need to calculate ratio of volume. So how do we go about it? So what is volume V1? So volume V1 is this whole volume of the gas. This whole volume of the gas. This whole volume. So if I consider area A, then area into perpendicular height gives me the volume. Yes or no? So for volume V1, can I write T1 is 673 into volume V1 is A into 2. Sir, why 2? Because this is 1 meter, this is 1 meter. But for state 2, what would be the volume V2? Only this much. Only this much. This is your volume V2. This is area into length 1 meter. This is area into 1. Area cancels half. Now how much is this coming? 673 divided by 2. If you do the calculation, what do you get, my dear friends? 336.5 Kelvin. And what I see from this value is that this is not 20 degrees Celsius. They have given you in the question that it is allowed to cool to the ambient temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. So further cooling has to be done, which means beyond this, whatever happens, it is a constant volume process. So process 2 to 3 is what? Constant volume. If it is constant volume, I can write P2 V2 upon of T2 is nothing but V3 V3 upon of T3. V2 cancels out to V3. So from here, I can calculate the value of P3, which is nothing but P3 upon of P2 to P2. Now P2 is equal to P1, so it is 150 kilopascal. Now what is the final temperature T3? 20 degrees Celsius. So this is T3 final state. So T20 is 293 and this value is 336.5. So very quickly come on, calculate and write. बताओ कितना आएगा आंसर? 130.6 kilopascal. Okay. So this is analyzing the question, applying the basic concepts, and you get the option A is the correct answer. Now, if they are asking what is the specific work done by the air during the process. So two processes are happening, 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So can I write net work by the air is work 1 to 2 plus work 2 to 3. Since it is a constant volume process, no stirrer, no paddle wheel, so this value becomes 0. This is down to only this. So this is pressure into V2 minus V1, final minus initial. Now how do you calculate this? How do you calculate this, my dear friends? You don't know the value of volume. क्या करेंगे sir? Remember, just in the previous question, we had done this. I can write this as mR P2 minus T1. How? I'll just explain quickly. So these are your problem solving abilities. Can I write this as P2 V2 minus P1 V1? Why? Because P2 is equal to P1. So this becomes mR P2 minus T1. They are asking you to calculate specific work. Mass is 1. This is 0.287. 336.5 minus of 673. How much do you get, my dear friends? Minus 96.57 kilojoule per kg. And what does negative sign indicates? That work is done by the system, work is done on the system and not by the system. Minus 96.67, option number D is your correct answer. Okay. So these are a few questions on work transfer. Let us now shift our focus to zeroth law of thermodynamics. Okay. So we all know what is zeroth law of thermodynamics. A equal to B, B equal to C. So A is equal to B. Okay. So A is equal to C. The physical significance we have understood. Let us try and apply this to solve a question on numerical. So go through it. The thermometric property X. So we have understood, we know what is thermometric property. X of a thermometer varies with temperature T. And what is the relationship? So T is equal to AX square plus B. We know that to measure temperature, first we need to measure thermometric property which is dependent on temperature. And that property is known as thermometric property, and this whole principle is known as thermometric principle. Okay. Now the value of X in centimeter is given, okay, at two different points, at ice point and at steam point. So at ice point 0 degrees Celsius and steam point 100 degrees Celsius, the value of X is 5 and 20 centimeter respectively. So what is the temperature when this thermometer is giving you the value of thermometric property as 15 centimeter? What is the temperature of this body? Okay. So I know at 2 points. So at ice point, temperature value is 0. So if you put this value, 0 is equal to A. What is the value of X? 5 centimeter. X square is 25 plus B. At steam point, this is 0 equal to A, sorry, 100. Temperature is 100 at steam point A. This is 20. So this is 400 plus B. We have equation 1, we have equation 2. Two unknowns, two equations, you know how to solve it. Okay, so from here, what is the value of A that we get? 100 upon of 375. And what is the value of B that we get? So B would be how much? Minus 100 upon of 375 into 25. Okay. So this is the value of A and B. Now the question becomes very simple. Once you calculate, they are asking what is the value of temperature when X is 50. So A is 100 upon of 375 into X square. X this time is 15. 15 square is 225 plus B value is minus. So I'll directly write it as minus 100 upon of 375 into 25. This is nothing but 100 into 200 divided by 375. This is what you need to put the value in your virtual calculator to get the answer. Don't just calculate the value of A, write in decimals, B, write in decimals, then put the values. Unnecessary, you are increasing complications for yourself while solving questions. The exam it is also very important that how do you handle data values while solving. So this answer would be 53.3 if I am not wrong. Yes or no? 53.3 degrees Celsius. Okay. Cool. So now 2 questions from my side as your assignment. You can write the answers in the comment section, or if not, in tomorrow's class, we'll have an interaction also. Okay, so we will discuss it if you have a doubt. Just to give you a heads up, ये एक MSQ question है. So multiple answers are correct, and you think about this question. देखने में बड़ा है, maybe dangerous. After solving, you will just understand. Cool बना दिया ये तो, ठीक है. So 2 questions are from my side as part of your assignment. So these were few questions on basic concepts and zero cloud thermodynamics. BARC is about to come, so enrollment for the this batch, BARC booster batch, is open. If you want, you can enroll. Classes have been conducted, so you can go through the recordings of the lectures. You'll find some very awesome questions that we are practicing. You can go through it if you're seriously preparing for BARC. If not, 22nd, you know the date. Feels like a date for abhi recently mein dekha hoga. So I hope that you are giving your GATE 2022 Mega Mock Challenge. SOM has already been covered also in this free crash course. So please do appear and check yourself. How well are you there in the subject of strength of materials? So you'll understand whether you are good, you are okay, you are bad. If you are bad, there is a lot of scope to improve. If you are okay, identify what are the areas so that you can become awesome. And if you are awesome, just maintain this. So that moving ahead, if there is a scope, definitely improve. If not, ekdam kill kar diya sir, so please make sure that you are maintaining this momentum. Okay, but do appear of it. Also, the PDF of these classes will be uploaded on my Telegram channel. The name of this Telegram channel is Mechanical by Anwar Sir, and this is the link of the Telegram channel. Okay, not only PDFs, if you have doubts and anything, you can post it in this Telegram channel, and I'll be happy to help you out. Okay. So tomorrow we'll be taking up first law of thermodynamics. Don't forget 11 a.m. is the time when we discuss the theory part, revise all the formula, important concepts, and 9 p.m. is the time where we discuss questions. This is on this platform where you are currently right now, YouTube. Like, share वाला जो होता है, ठीक है? And this would be on app where poll are conducted. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be taking up first law of thermodynamics. Very, very vital, both closed as well as open. So apart from me, other faculties are also taking up their sessions. So please do join in their sessions. You'll find a lot of points to learn. And if you want to have yourself in this poster next year, okay, have belief in us, have faith in yourself, your hard work, together we will do it. Okay. So for this, you can always take up Grade Up Super subscription. As I said, a lot of benefits. If not, this is Grade Up Green Card. Through this, you get access to all our online mock tests, whether it is engineering services, GATE or PSU. Further details, contact at this number. Okay. So this was all about today's session. I hope you had a great learning session. My name is Anubhav Khandelwal, guys. Okay, if you haven't followed me, you can follow me on the app. Join my Telegram channel to get PDFs and everything. And I'll be back tomorrow with yet another exciting sets of questions for you on the same platform at 9 p.m. And the topic that we'll be discussing is first law of thermodynamics. So if you haven't downloaded our app, please download it. Okay, and if you haven't subscribed, do take it very, very soon. You'll find it a lot of benefits. Till then, take care. Do enjoy yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye, guys. Thanks for joining me.